Hey guys, I hope you guys are all having a great day. I know I am. I'm excited. This is the first ever episode of Slop Advice, all right? And I'm not gonna act like it's not a blatant ripoff of Jay Schlatt, okay? The weekly slap is what he calls it. And I was heavily inspired. The shitty mic, the gameplay in the back, I just all of it. I was very inspired, and I was like, hey, I can do that. So if you guys have any burning questions you want, feel free to join the Discord in the description and submit a question, and I'll go and answer it. But for the first question we got today, it's I feel like I speak for a majority of people about not getting over the hump when playing competitive video games. Overwatch, Fortnite, Call of Duty, etc. I tend to fall into a pattern when I finally do a good move and I feel like I'm doing a lot better, I immediately go back to my old habits and not being good again. What do you think is the issue, and how could you break the chain of old video game habits to actually improve while playing it? And I think you just answered your own question in the end there. Just playing. You'll improve. It's passive. But I'm just gonna assume that you do play all the time and you still suck balls. All right. First thing to mention is mistakes happen. Okay. So watch me. I'm gonna take on this Cassidy right here. Okay. Absolutely demolish him, ruin his career. But then I think I have a double jump and I miss it. Okay. Embarrassing shit like that happens all the time, and you just need to not get tilted. That's a big thing. Try to keep your cool and just play the game. Enjoy playing the game. If aim is the problem, hit the labs, dude. Click those circles. All that shit. If aim isn't the issue, study positioning. If you have good positioning, work on your game sense, or look for a hidden setting. Like maybe you have something silly, like you haven't maxed out your FOV or something silly like that. Another thing I would like to mention is coaching versus watching streamers. Don't just watch a streamer and study him for hours and just try to be him, because there's so many things that happen in the background of a streamer's mind that you might not pick up on, right? Sound cues and things. Like if I was to, for example, try to kill someone and they have a healing ability, listen for the healing ability and then go in. But if you're watching a streamer, they're not going to calm that. There might be no way of knowing. So you might try exactly what they're doing and be like, why the hell is this not working? So take a look at your own gameplay, record it, look back at it. If you don't see anything wrong with it, maybe think about getting a coach. One more thing, I'd want to mention on that is practice. Okay, find a way of playing, insta-dying, learning, and moving on, right? For example, if that's Fortnite, do like box fights or whatever. You instantly die, you instantly respawn, get back in, do it again and again and again and again. And that's how you get better. If you're playing a game and it's like a Valorant where you die and you sit there for 5 years until the round's over to get back in, you're going to learn so much slower. You need to find something that you're going to be constantly in the game playing, dying, and learning. If that's Call of Duty, play hardcore mode. That absolutely challenges your positioning. And if it's Fortnite, do creative mode. And if it's Overwatch, play custom games, etc. And I think another point that's super underrated and not talked about enough is eating good and sleep. These are things that you would need normally for any sort of, I'm going to say sport or anything. Esports, it's a thing, right? They all eat and sleep relatively well. It's important for your reaction time, and you're learning too, right? Sleep is very important, and these are things that if you get a decent coach, they will tell you. And honestly, dude, if I'm playing early morning, I play great. If I play late night, I play great. But if I'm playing in the middle of the day, I just play like dog shit. I don't know what it is. So I would also recommend either picking one of those, just a time of day where no one's like really awake, and the only thing awake in the house is you and your game, and you can lock in, focus, and do your thing. Even if that means go to bed 2 to 3 hours early, all right? Especially if you have work. You have a job you got to go to, and you come home, you're already tired, and then you try to play a game and learn about it at the same time. It's like, good luck with that. So maybe even start your day playing games. Go to bed 2 to 3 hours early, wake up, play video games. It'll challenge your brain, it'll get you going. It's, sip on some coffee, you're waking up, you're getting ready for your day, and you're just, oh my god, that was actually disgusting. I just violated that tracer. Anyways, you get started for your day, forgive me, and your mind's racing. You're thinking about counters, angles, footsteps, and normally people are still wiping eye boogers out of their face. Okay, it just gets you ahead of the game. And looking at your message here, I see I finally do a good move and I feel like I'm doing a lot better, and I immediately go back to my old habits. Don't be satisfied. When you're satisfied, you can't crave more. You can't work harder. You can't get better. You're satisfied. Don't be satisfied. Always look at what you did wrong so then you can do better. That doesn't mean don't set goals, right? You should absolutely should. You should say, "Oh, I want to be diamond, or I want to be platinum, or I want to be whatever in whatever, even if it's Rocket League, right?" Set a goal for yourself, but gameplay wise, don't be satisfied. Always look for what you could do better. Have you ever had a game where you're like, oh my god, I have no deaths, and then you instantly fucking die? Pretty much every time. That's because you're satisfied with how you're playing, you get distracted, and you mess up, you grief up, and that's the end of that. And something like that might also cause tilt. It might tilt you. Don't let that happen either, okay? If you need to take a break, take a break. And I hate that expression, right? Oh, you should just take a break. You should just... No, I don't want to take a break, okay? I get it. But sometimes it is better to just go outside, get a nice breath of air, and think about what you could have done better. Or even, maybe when you're angry, just look back at the clip, the recording, and see what you could have done better. Maybe it is your fault and you just didn't realize it while you were playing. But ultimately, that is how you break old habits. You know, you say you're falling into these old habits, that's how you break them. Okay? You VOD review, and you look at what punished you, right? If I'm Genji and I dash into something and it kills me, I was punished for a bad mistake. Okay? I get greedy all the time when I'm playing, but that's just how games are. You get greedy, you die, you make mistakes. No game that you play will ever be perfect. But yeah, that's really all I have for you, man. If any of you guys need advice, join the Discord in the description and I'll do my best to answer it. All right, take care.